Hi, I'm Jan.
I'm Tracey, and we are in Stockholm, Sweden. We are tendering to our port to catch a train and go to Stockholm.
So the ship actually put us in Nynäshamn, Sweden. By the way, I'm going to actually put the name underneath here so you can read it, because I'm sure I'm not pronouncing it right. And for the first time in our trip, we've actually had to tender in. And then what we did is we got onto a hop-on, hop-off bus, and then we took about an hour to get here, and we're getting ready to go see the Vasa.
And the Abba Museum.
Okay, on our way to the boat to be able to go over to the
Abba Museum.
The Abba Museum and the Vasa Museum. We're actually walking across a small little island here. It has the modern art museum. It's kind of a neat little park area here. I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but I'll put the name underneath here, and you can take a good stab at it yourself. All right, so literally probably the very first thing I ever learned about Tracey is that one of her favorite, if not the favorite, music group is?
Abba.
Yes, so I thought we were going to the Vasa Museum. I have been instructed we are actually going to the Abba Museum here in Stockholm first.
You know what this meant? It was meant to be. Oh my gosh. And when you get your chance, you are the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17.
All right, so I always appreciate people who actually take their failings in life and just continue to go on, and pretty much that's exactly what this is. This is the Vasa, which is a Swedish warship that was built between 1626 and 1628. On August the 10th of 1628, it was launched on its maiden voyage. It comes out of the slip, sails for about 1,300 meters, and then sinks. And what they have done is they've now retrieved it, they have put it back together, and they have an entire museum to the ship that could go 1,301 meters. I know I kind of joked about this, but this is actually incredible. What is very, very cool is about 98% of the ship here is actually original, which is just amazing. All right, so a question might be is why did this ship make it just basically a mile before it sank? And it had to do with its center of gravity. It was originally meant to be like a 111-foot ship with one gun deck. But then when the king realized that the Danes were building one with 2 decks, what they did is they took the plans for a 111-foot ship and they scaled it up to a 135-foot ship. The problem is they didn't realize that in doing so, and all the ornamentation and all the technology they put on the top of the decks, it actually made it very, very top heavy. They'd actually, even in port before they launched, it was very unstable. They had individuals run back and forth, and they basically had to stop because it kept on going, but because of a lot of different factors, they decided to go and launch it anyway. Unfortunately, all 53 or 55 people that were on the ship perished, with the exception of the captain, who actually was survived. He was in prison, but then he realized that he was judged that it wasn't his fault. It was, quite frankly, poor design. Now, the reason why about 98% of this ship is actually original is because the salinity of the water actually preserved it until the time it actually was lifted up about in the 1950s. What is also is interesting is they also were able to bring up the skeletons of the remains, and from forensics, they have actually gone through
You know, it's funny, in Barcelona we did a hop-on, hop-off bus, which we really said no, we didn't want to do, but the MSC actually arranged for this to basically take us from the port over in that place that I'm going to put underneath here all the way to Stockholm. And the boat tour, we actually was part of it, and this has actually been a really nice way to see Stockholm. Unfortunately, we've only been able to see really, Abba Museum and of course in the Vasa, but there's a lot more to see here. And this is just a nice way to kind of see what we need to go see next time.
Okay, so once we get off of this water bus, this hop on, hop off, we're going to be walking through the old town, which is called Gamlestan. Fortunately, we don't have a lot of time, so this is going to be a quick get her done all the way back to our bus. It'll get us back to our port. Okay, so this wraps up another cruise port for us, Stockholm, Sweden, and tomorrow is a big sea day. So if you like what you're seeing on all of our trips, please take a moment to like and subscribe. The next 18 months, we're going to be going on 11 or 12 more cruises all around the world. So as always, come travel with us.
All right, keep on traveling.